Great, thank you. So I am joining you all from Manitoba today and want to acknowledge that I am on ancestral lands, Treaty 1 territory, the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the national homeland of the Red River Métis. I want to acknowledge that for everyone who may be joining us from Saskatchewan today, you have joined us on your treaty territory, and we also acknowledge the traditional homeland of the Métis and honor their contributions. Again, for anyone just joining us, we do have Emily here, our ASL interpreter. So if you would benefit, you can pin her video so that you have full access during the presentation. If anyone else requires any additional supports or accommodations, you can enter that in the chat or unmute and let us know, and we'll be happy to support and accommodate you. Okay, so we'll get started with our presentation. So thank you for joining us today. You all had an interest and were intrigued to learn more about our Community Futures Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. So the EDP program is what we call it for short. So now you're going to be familiar with the term EDP, which stands for Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Program. We help all entrepreneurs who are managing a disability or a health issue. So we've got we love to showcase and highlight our fabulous entrepreneurs. So we've got a few of our Saskatchewan entrepreneurs here from over the years. We've helped, of course, many people. And we will share here Bruce in North Battleford, Saskatchewan. We've got Vanessa in Tisdale and Michelle in Waldheim. And a few in Manitoba, we've got Kaylee and Jeff and Laura. And so these are just a few of the people and entrepreneurs we've helped start and continue to grow their businesses. So just a little bit of a background about, the Community Futures program and what we offer through our EDP program. Community Futures is delivered by 267 independent nonprofits across rural Canada. And then our EDP program is in 90 offices in rural areas and in 6 urban offices. In Saskatchewan, we have 13 Community Futures offices, as you can see here on the map, showing each of the regions of our offices. In Manitoba, we have 16 offices. So each office is a nonprofit organization, and they're governed by a volunteer board of directors. So our EDP services, we offer one-to-one business consultation. So whether that's from early business idea or a few business ideas and being totally new to entrepreneurship and wanting to learn more, or, a long-standing seasoned entrepreneur looking to consult and have support and resources one-to-one through our business experts at our offices to learn more and to have support and resources for their business. We also support entrepreneurs with business plan development. So we've got really helpful, useful tools, as well as support and information to help create a business plan that suits your business. And that's often one of the most daunting tasks that's very involved, especially for new entrepreneurs, is to tackle that business plan. So we're here to support you every step of the way. We also offer business resources and training, and we have access to repayable loans for viable businesses up to $150,000. So one of the first things that I'll tell you about in our EDP program is our 750 grants for business services. So applications are open right now for business owners who are looking for some additional supports in 2 different areas. So the first one I'll talk about is you can receive up to $750 in business mentoring services. So that could be if, as a new business owner or you've grown your business and let's say you're moving to selling online and having an e-commerce site, but it's all new to you. You don't know how to figure out, how to make those changes to your website, how to manage those online sales. We can pair you, you can find a mentor, or we can pair you with a mentor who's got lots of experience in that with their business. And we can use that grant funding to pay them to offer you that one-on-one mentorship support to help train you and develop those new skills that will help you in your business. So it's a win-win. You get the support and mentorship and development that you need to enhance your business skills. And we also support financially through using that grant money to pay a mentor in the area that would be most helpful for you in your region. So we like to keep those dollars either in your community, in your region, in the province that you live in, if possible. So that's really helpful for a lot of things, especially, entrepreneurs don't really love bookkeeping and some of that record keeping stuff. And so learning those things, learning tips and tools, and actually working on it with someone in person related to your business is very helpful because we know there are lots of, you can find a YouTube video on pretty much anything nowadays. But when you want that support and to learn something and talk and ask questions about your business and your situation, that's when it really helps to have a live mentor supporting and working with you. And it's a really simple application process. The link is here on the bottom of this slide. I'll also be sending it to you in our follow-up email so you can check it out. But we just look for, your personal contact information, what type of support are you looking for, and then we'll connect with you and follow up to learn more and get you connected to your local community futures office and help you figure out what would be most helpful. The other grant that we have for the $750 would be for digital marketing. So this could be great for any entrepreneur. You're running your business and let's say maybe you haven't updated your website photos for a couple of years and you've added new products or you've changed some of your services and you want to update your images or just, make it more relevant and up to date because that really showcases your business well. So having $750 to be able to hire that we would connect you with someone who could take new photos for you. And we're paying them to be able to provide those digital services to you. So again, there's that win-win where you're getting the benefit of $750 of services to enhance any type of digital marketing that would benefit your business. And then we're able to pay those funds to a local digital marketing company in your area, your community, your region, your province. So that money stays in your province, supporting another entrepreneur. So economically, win-win. Other things that you could use it for would be creation of maybe a new logo, or maybe you want to change and update your logo, support for setting up any of your social media pages, any of that type of digital stuff. It just can't be used for things like printing business cards or posters, any type of physical object, because then it would be an asset that way. So it's just for digital services. So there's lots of options there. And when you apply, it's the same process. You just check off what type of support you're looking for, tell us more about your digital marketing needs. And either you can have a service provider in mind who maybe you're already working with or you're aware of or got referred to in your area, or if you need support to find someone who would be helpful for you, then we can, through our Community Futures offices, we can definitely help you find someone in your area to offer those services. So and applications are open right now in both Manitoba and Saskatchewan for these $750 grants. So we encourage you to check it out and apply. And we do have a Facebook page and we're on Instagram as well. So if you're not already following us, we do welcome you to follow our pages. We do provide updates. We love to showcase some of the entrepreneurs we're working with, upcoming events, new programs or funding opportunities that we might have available. And so we want you to stay in the loop, stay connected. Okay, and a big part of our presentation today is to tell you all about an exciting new project that we have going. We're about 8 months in to our incredible Business Builder program. So this is all about supporting the launch of new businesses in rural communities. So some of the highlights of this program. Now, I kind of like to start this with this quote here by Rachel Lemke, and she talks about don't let your health concerns get in the way of fulfilling your dreams. And that's what the Business Builder program is all about. We come alongside our business experts at our Community Futures offices, And Susan and I, coming from our expertise from the disability and health perspective, to ensure accommodations for training and business plan development and preparing you to launch your business, because self-employment is an incredible option for those who are living with disabilities and health conditions, because it brings you a lot more flexibility, the opportunity to create your own hours, focus on the skills and the gifts that you do have to share with the world, and to increase financial independence through that self-employment income. So, and many more benefits. We'll talk more about that shortly. But the highlights of this program is that we've got spaces for 60 entrepreneurs across Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And we have different elements of support available to help you launch your business. So it involves 16 weeks of training, and as well as support in no matter what region you live in across both provinces, because we have 29 community futures offices, right? 13 in Saskatchewan and 16 in Manitoba. So then you'll develop a relationship with your local community futures office, and pertaining to the business that you want to start, and what that looks like could be very different for each person. And so it's a really individualized process with lots of supports to accommodate disability and health related needs, but also the needs of your business and connecting well with your community and your region. So we'll kind of highlight some of the available supports and services that we have for entrepreneurs who are in the Business Builder program. Now, intake started in July, and we've got, we're over half full. And so we're really looking to fill the remaining spaces in the program with entrepreneurs who would really benefit from what we have to offer. So first, starting with business supports. So we know, especially for all rural entrepreneurs and people who live rurally, travel is expensive. So the cost of gas, wear and tear on vehicles, everything is getting more expensive. So knowing if you live in a rural area and you may need to travel to attend meetings for support and working on your business plan, questions, then that could be a barrier, having the cost of gas and your mileage to be able to travel to the office. So we do have some funding available to help reimburse for travel mileage. We also have accommodations for disability and or health related needs. So each entrepreneur who enters the Business Builder program receives, a free vocational assessment with a certified vocational counselor to, learn more, explore what their needs are. And sometimes, we're innovators. We might not know what's available to us. We've just been making it work. We've been figuring things out. We don't know what supports and services could be available. And so that assessment process helps us to learn more about you, for you to learn more about yourself, and to learn more about the supports and resources that we might be able to offer, so that you can successfully complete your 16 weeks of training, your business plan, and then successfully launch your business and beyond. So that's where we learn more about what you need and what you would benefit from, because that's what it's all about, is providing that individualized support. We also have funding for things that could be really helpful, because there are other things that might hold you back. We've met a lot of parents who have a great business idea, but you've got a few young kids at home. So you're kind of holding off until they're all in school full time. So you have more time to focus on your business plan development and learning all the skills and having some training and support to get started. So through our ability to maybe offer some childcare funding so that you can have someone caring for your children while you attend your business training and meetings, might help you kind of activate and get launched sooner than you originally thought, because we have those supports available to you. And we know that childcare can be challenging in rural areas as well, and long wait lists for childcare centers. And so it's just a way that we can accommodate and give some flexibility to help you move forward with your dream business. So we also do have business plan development, of course. And as I mentioned, you'll work with your community future staff for business plan development and then into implementation of your plan so that you can launch. We have great tools to help with that. And kind of, you've got big ideas, and that business plan process helps kind of really give that structure and funnel, and so that you've got a really set plan to be able to move forward. And then business training. So as I mentioned, we've got 16 weeks of business training. And what that looks like is we start with our Build a Better Business program. And that's a 10 module self-directed business training program. And it's all online. And you work at your own time, your own pace. So if you're a night owl and you like to be up at 2 a.m. and you want to give Netflix a break, then you could be completing some of your training modules. Or if you're an early morning, rise and shine, then you can take care of a module early in the morning. So you're on your own schedule and what works well for you, but also your health related needs. And that it is self-directed. So you have access to the training materials, there's a video to watch, and then you've got a manual and a workbook for each module. And it really focuses on building a strong foundation of knowledge, awareness, and skills in learning how to start and then operate a business. So it's kind of business 101. So you cover anything from business startup, business plan development, right through credit and financing, insurance, legal, things to be aware of, basic bookkeeping, human resources, marketing and branding, all of those great things. So really good foundation to help you be ready to move forward and implement your business plan. And once you've completed the 10 module self-directed online program, and that's why we say it's 10 modules and we say that, about 10 weeks to complete if you're completing one module per week, but everyone, is kind of working at a different pace. Some people finish it a lot sooner, but you do have up to 10 weeks to complete that training portion. Then we move into our business incubator. So that is a 6-week online program to prepare for business launch. So at this point, entrepreneurs have completed, their 10 module self-directed training online, and either they've completed or they're almost completed their business plan and just kind of validating and finalizing it. And you're ready to move into that activation phase, getting ready to launch. And that's what the business incubator program is all about. So this is a group of entrepreneurs, so up to 15 or more other entrepreneurs in the business builder program across Saskatchewan and Manitoba coming together once per week for about an hour and a half to work through, your 30-day, 60-day, 90-day goal plan to activate your business plan and move into launch. And what's also great about this is that it's run by a facilitator, but also you're starting to build your network as an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship, I mean, it's so invigorating and exciting because you're sharing your passion, you're doing what you love, you're doing your thing, but it can also feel overwhelming at times because you have to do everything. Right. And it can be isolating, especially if you're a rural entrepreneur. And especially if you then add on top of that, other needs, other things going on in your personal life, in your business development, and managing your health condition or your disability. And so being able to come together to support each other, empower each other, share ideas with other entrepreneurs, even if they have a completely different business plan or idea than you do, but there are some commonalities through that shared experience as entrepreneurs. So a really valuable experience to help you be empowered to move through to actually launching your business. And then, of course, the ultimate goal is launching that business, and entrepreneurs receive support from our Community Futures staff to launch your business and then receive ongoing business aftercare. So once people have finished in the Business Builder program, that doesn't mean that they'll never, connect with our Community Futures offices again. Anytime that something comes up, or once you're operating your business, you realize, oh, I want to make a few changes, or I wonder, I'm going to attend this training session that my Community Futures office is offering. We're always there to provide that ongoing support and information and resource. Okay, so kind of who is the right fit for our Business Builder program? So entrepreneurs who are looking and interested in the Business Builder program are going to be ready to launch their business within 6 months. And this is because, this is a short-term project. We've got funding through the federal government, through the Opportunities Fund for people with disabilities. And so that goal to be able to work through all of your training, business plan development, and launch would be within about 6 months. And so for anyone that's, at a different stage of their business development or that idea stage or a few different business ideas that you still want to work through, we definitely have support and resources available to you just this program might not be the right fit just because of the timeline, but we would definitely work with you alongside our Community Futures office in the area that you live. So ready to launch your business within 6 months. So you've got a solid, viable business idea and plan. Or you could be already operating as a business. So we've had a lot of our entrepreneurs already have a business, or it's a bit of a hobby, or maybe they were selling something at a farmer's market and now they want to grow it, but they've never run a business before. They don't know, so they would benefit from our training. They would benefit from support to create their business plan and to move into launch. And so there's all different types of scenarios that could be helpful as long as someone would benefit from our training and support. So for those who are looking for that support and business training to become self-employed, if you've owned 4 different businesses over the last 15 years and you could facilitate our business training, then maybe this program isn't the right fit for you, but certainly we could still support you through our Community Futures office. And also self-declaring as a person with a health condition or a disability. So because that is the specialized service that we offer through our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program, that is something that we do require. So we often get the question, well, what does a self-declaration mean? That actually just means that you check a box acknowledging that you are a person living with a health condition or a disability. And that's all it takes to get the process started. Now, as I mentioned, we do have that vocational assessment process as part of your intake. And that's the opportunity to really take an empowered approach to learning more about you and you learning more about yourself, and with a focus on your abilities and what accommodations and support we can put into place to help you be successful in your business training and launching your business. So it's in a really positive focus. We don't require 7-page assessment documents from your doctor or lengthy, costly forms for your doctor to fill out. There's none of that involved in accessing services through our program, which is often really helpful and a relief for a lot of people. And a disability or a health condition is a very broad definition. So when looking at, health condition, it could be someone living with arthritis or asthma, to diabetes, maybe a cancer survivor managing long-term effects of medications that they took through their treatment. And disability could be related to living with hearing loss or a vision need or having a mobility need. Any really broad spectrum, including mental health. So we have, supported a number of entrepreneurs who are managing anxiety, coping with depression. All of those types of things would consider as a health condition or a disability. And then what, is kind of a great way to define it would be if there's anything in your life and related to your health that when you wake up in the morning, you have parts of your routine or things that you do that help you manage your health and your well-being, or a disability accommodation, then that would fit, right? So what that means to you and what you're comfortable with is how you define that for yourself. Our program is also open to newcomers, so that includes permanent residents, refugees. We do have, we've got a few questions from those who are new to Canada from the Ukraine, but they've come to Canada on a little bit of a different entry requirement through the government. And so we haven't processed an application yet because they're not really under refugee status. It's a different status. But we'll definitely explore that with any Ukrainian newcomers who are looking to start a business and explore the supports that we have available. We would walk them through this process and certainly help advocate with the government to see that we can get them access to our supports. And also we serve anyone age 15 and up. So that includes youth. And it's a youth, and especially I think the youth today are embracing more of that entrepreneurial spirit. And it can be a great fit for, neurodiverse youth, any type of youth who would just benefit from more flexibility in what they're doing and how they're sharing their gifts and their passion and their skills, through that self-employment opportunity. So think about those youth in your life that like to think outside the box and have big dreams and big vision, because this might be a great opportunity for them. So we do like to just give you kind of a few examples or scenarios of a great fit for an entrepreneur in our program and how they could benefit, as well as what type of community and economic benefit the Business Builder program can have. So in creating opportunities, I introduce you to Clint. Clint has a passion for health, and he's completed training to become a certified as a yoga teacher. He's casually started teaching yoga at his local community center for other seniors. He's ready to formalize his yoga teaching practice and develop his business plan to provide restorative yoga for seniors and officially launch his business by fall of 2024. So here we've checked that box on self-employment, greater financial independence for Clint because he's going to have additional income, positive impact on the community. Just think about all the other seniors who are going to benefit from his yoga, and then a positive impact on the economy. And here we have Kayla. So Kayla is a young mother of two. She enjoys coffee and connecting with people. She started a coffee and chat group that meets twice per week in her community. Everybody loves her delicious snacks and treats. So as this group continues to grow and people want more, Kayla has an idea to open her own coffee shop in town. So she is ready to develop her formal business plan and officially launch her business by fall of 2024. Wonderful self-employment opportunity for Kayla. Great impact on the community because, as we know, a lot of rural communities could benefit from having a nice little coffee shop in town, and then a positive impact on the economy. Then, oops, sorry about that. And then last but not least, we have Brent. Brent is a mechanic with 10 years of experience who's been off work due to a health condition. He's ready to start working again, but is wanting better control of his working hours to manage his health condition and wants to set up his own shop. And I mean, this is right back to that benefit of self-employment for those who are living with a health condition or a disability, because you have more control over your work environment, over the type of work that you're doing, and the hours that you're working. And as much as we often support and advocate and educate for employers to be aware of how to accommodate and support employees who are living with a health condition, but sometimes some industries just don't allow for a lot of adaptation or flexibility just because of the nature of the work that they do. And so if Brent is running his own mechanic shop, he has control over his hours, his shop hours. He has control over the type of jobs that he takes in, making sure that it's something that he could manage. And he's got that flexibility and can build a strong customer base for those who understand what his needs are and how he operates his business. So a lot more autonomy there. It's a great fit. So he's ready to develop his formal business plan and officially launch his business by fall of 2024. Self-employment, great impact on the community, and that economic impact as well. So entrepreneurs in the Business Builder program learn new business skills, have access to support services, bring new businesses to their communities, and contribute to the local economy. So we'll ask you now to think about who can benefit from this program in your community. So either you've joined us here today because you're interested in learning more about the supports and training that you can receive to start your business, or you're here because you're a service provider and you work with people who might benefit from the opportunity to start their business. And it could be someone who wants to start creating, their product from home and selling it online. Any type of business, big or small. It doesn't have to be a full-time business or even part-time. It could still be like a side hustle, hobby style business, but it's still creating a new business and that self-employment opportunity. So there's no limitation on or minimum expectation of what, income or, hours of work per week might be on the business. It could be 5 hours a week, right up to full time and more. It all depends what is the best fit for the entrepreneur. So think about entrepreneurs and other service providers, people that you're working with or for yourself, even your neighbor who has been selling and everybody loves the product they sell, on the farmers markets. And maybe they want to grow that, but they weren't aware of the supports available to them Share this business builder opportunity with them. We're always happy to connect with people, to learn more about your situation, share more information about the supports we have available, and if it's a right fit. So what's next? Well, I'll be sending you lots of information in an email after this session. Please feel free if you want, a follow-up one-on-one, Zoom call, phone call, let's start those conversations. They lead to opportunities. So please follow up with us. We've got intake open on our websites. So edpbusiness.ca/business builder. You'll have that link in your email, and our direct links in Saskatchewan, cfsask.ca/EDP, and then in Manitoba, cfmanitoba.ca/EDP. We often have people who are joining us from urban areas in these sessions. So if you live in Winnipeg, here in Manitoba, that is one area that we don't serve for those who live and operate a business in Winnipeg, except under some certain circumstances. But if you're an entrepreneur looking for support to start a business in Winnipeg, then there is an EDP program in Winnipeg. So I've got the website link there and their phone number. I'll also include that in our follow-up email in case that would be helpful for you or someone you know. There's also the RISE program based out of Winnipeg. I've got the national website there, and then there's an email contact for winnipeg@risehelps.ca. So that is a program that supports entrepreneurs who are living with a mental health need to start their businesses, and they have support and resources and training as well. And if you live in Regina or Saskatoon, then there are services through edpsask.ca for those urban locations. Because again, we focus on urban areas, but never hesitate if you submit an application or you email me and you're not quite in the area that we support, I'll work with you to connect you to the best resource in your area. So still go ahead with that application and we'll help you navigate that for sure. Okay, and you will have an email from me in follow-up. This is my email address. And again, my name was Stephanie Den Hollander, and my colleague and our program manager is Susan Bader, and there's her email address there. Okay, so that is it for our presentation. I will just stop the slideshow and open it up. I'm not sure if we had some questions in the chat or discussions to address. Or certainly if anyone would like to unmute themselves and ask a question or type a question into the chat, now is just some time to hold space and have some conversations for anyone that wants more info.
Hi there. I have a question, if you can hear me all right.
Thanks, Renee. You bet.
Yeah, so is it necessary to be looking at opening a business, like a bricks and mortar type business, like the mechanic shop and the cafe that were mentioned in the examples? I'm just going to say, like, we have been hobby beekeeping and are looking to expand it more into a business and sales. And but we won't have a physical store or anything like that. So maybe it doesn't benefit the community in the same way. So I'm just curious what the definition of business is, I guess.
Yes, great question. Thanks, Renee. Yeah, it does not need to be a brick and mortar or have any type of physical location attached to it. A lot of people are doing online businesses. Some people are just working from home, preparing a product or maybe offering a service. And they go out into the community and meet with clients or, selling something online. There's all different types of businesses. What we're mostly looking for through that sort of business viability perspective when it comes to eligibility and a good fit would be that it's a viable business, right? That based on the economy, the area, some market research, and any type of licenses or certifications that would be required in some specialized, business offerings. Those are the things that we look at. But certainly what you're doing through beekeeping and wanting to grow that, and if you're selling honey and what that all involves and learning that how to grow that as a business, sounds like it could be a great fit to complete our business training and have support to develop that plan.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. other questions?
I have a question. I've been struggling for about 3 years to get my company up and going. And I was just wondering, would I be a fit for your program? Or like right now, I'm really looking for funding, but I'm wondering if I need my business plan redone or whatever.
Mm, yeah, so you have a business plan already, but
Yes,
you maybe just want to revise it. Okay, so you're looking for like a business loan to grow your
yes,
business?
yeah,
Yeah, we could definitely like it would be helpful to learn more about kind of what you've been doing in your business, what's your vision for what you want to do next,
yeah.
and then what might be the best fit for you in terms of support and services for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Great.
Great. Thank you.
So we'll follow up when you get the follow-up email from me, Mary, and then feel free. Like let's circle back and then let's set up a time to connect one-on-one and maybe with Susan as well would be helpful.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
I have a
Oh, we've got a
question.
question in the chat. Yeah. Would someone
Um,
wanting to
sorry,
go
should
ahead?
I wait? I had a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So if from the sounds of it, there's no kind of requirement for how big. Like I'm still working now, have reinvented my job several times over several years, but
Oh,
the job that I'm in and that I'm still working at, I don't know how long. Do you know what I mean? Demand wise.
right.
So if I
Yeah.
were to, like you said, do a side hustle to slowly start to build to where you have enough to replace your income, does that qualify? Like it would be
Yes.
hard for me to do both, but yet I can't. You know what I mean? You're between a rock and a hard place.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Great question, Carla. And so many people are in a similar situation. So, yes, you would still qualify if you, and where we look at that from an eligibility perspective is if you're working in a job that you're no longer able to manage or you're needing to leave your job because of your health condition or disability, and self-employment is a better fit for you, then that absolutely qualifies. But as you're, of course, you can't compromise your income and ability to support yourself while taking on that self-employment endeavor until it grows to the point where exactly like you said, it can replace that income. Yes, so we do have entrepreneurs that we're supporting who are working, even some full-time or part-time, but are needing to step away from those positions after they set up their business. So then you can do this as you're able. And like I say, it is accessible for those who are still working because even the 10 modules, those you have up to 10 weeks. So as long as your time and you feel like you're able to manage completing at least one module per week, and then while kind of working on your business plan, but you've got up to 5 months to complete your business plan within our 6-month program so that you're ready to launch. And the launch can look different for everybody. So some people, even the launch is just you could have your soft launch or like a partial launch so that you're starting in your business, but your ultimate plan is you're going to grow it to here, but to just get out there and get started and get the ball rolling, this is your initial launch. So if that's within 6 months, you've still launched, right? And then you can always continue to grow and enhance. So the short answer is you absolutely should apply so we can learn more about you and see if it's a good fit. And if you're employed, that wouldn't be a barrier.
Okay. And then in the email, there'll be instructions on how we reach out and how we kind of put our name forward.
Yes, the application link will be there. And similar to our 750 grants, it's a very simple, quick online application. We're looking for your name, your contact information. You have the opportunity to check off that self-declaration box as a rural entrepreneur living with a health condition or a disability. You check another box to give us consent to contact you. And then, you can tell us what your business idea is and when you plan to launch. And then once I receive your application, then I connect you with your local community futures office where you live, and we start that intake process to learn more about you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Carla. Great. Yeah, I saw some great questions in the chat, and it looks like Susan was able to answer those. Rick was wondering if someone could buy into an existing business, and yes, that an existing business would qualify. And I just want to make sure that everyone, in case you can't view the chat, I'll just read these out. Rick also asked if seasonal businesses are fine. Yes, seasonal businesses qualify as well. Great. Okay, any other questions or comments? Wonderful. Well, I thank you all so much for your time today. I'm excited. If you're here planning your dream business, I hope this was the spark that you needed. Knowing and being aware of the services and supports we have available can be the first step to you building your dream business. And if you are a service provider joining us today, now you've got everything that you need to go share it with your networks, because you're creating opportunities for rural entrepreneurs living with disabilities and health conditions. And it's an honor for us to be connected with you and to meet new entrepreneurs and to support them with what would help them create that dream business and beyond. So thank you so much for your time. Look for my email once I've got the recording uploaded onto our YouTube page. I'll send that out this afternoon, and let's keep these conversations going and stay connected. Thank you.